So we recently did 2 different videos where we showed you 2 different houses built by a couple different builders in this ridiculously awesome community in deep South Austin. And I was like, you know what? I'm in the area. Why not show you a third builder? So we don't often show homes built by this builder purely for the reason that they don't build like a super sleek, super sexy, very trendy home. However, I think they do really good work, and my team has helped several people over the years buy homes built by this builder, and our clients have always been extremely satisfied, extremely impressed with the quality of build as well as the follow-up of the builder. So I was like, you know what? Let's check it out. Okay, so I'm gonna take you inside this home, get a sense of like what you can get in Austin, in Texas. Great big home with a yard, and at the very end, we're gonna go over prices, stats, all that good stuff. Okay, so just take it in for now. So you walk right to the front door, hang a left, and you've got your study, office space, kids play area, whatever you want to use it for. I really like these kind of like double glass doors they got going on here. But again, nothing crazy. This is just like a very traditional study, nothing to hate. All right, so you keep walking down the hallway, and I'm gonna hang a right, and you've got kind of like the bedroom wing of the house. Now, typically this is a 1-story house, but there's something really interesting upstairs that I'm really excited to show you. That's like a massive upgrade with this home, so stick around. So bedroom number 1, nice tall ceiling. This is a big room. Like I think they've got a full bed going on here, but honestly, I think you could probably fit a king size. You could fit a California king in here if you wanted to. All right, and then nice size closet for a kid or a guest. Again, nothing to complain about whatsoever. Right, and then you go on the opposite side of this little hall. You've got the second kid's bedroom. Again, like nice, big, tall window right here. The houses that we showed next door just have windows like everywhere. I would say this builder, like at least in this model, like it's not as much natural light. They definitely prioritize like quality of materials as well as like just the functionality of the space, okay? So right in between these 2 rooms, you've got the full bathroom. So you've got commode, double vanities, tub shower combo. It's got back here, nice little linen closets. Okay, let's keep it moving, people. Got a lot to see. Okay, so now I'm gonna go right across that main hallway, and this is where the utility room is. I really like that they've got these cabinets right here that would be right above the washer and dryer. And then in this door, hey guys, sorry, I forgot a door in here. So right behind this door is where the 2-car garage would normally be. Okay, now let's go back to the front door for context here. So we walk right through the front door. We're gonna go up the stairs here in just a little bit, but let's like take you straight into the heart of the home, okay? So this big open kitchen, dining, living space. Let's check out the kitchen first, all right? So the kitchen has got this great big, massive island. It's funny, the 3 houses that we've shown in this neighborhood, it's like there was one great big island, and then the next house was a great bigger island, and this one is a great bigger island, okay? So over here, tons of storage. I mean, look at this. Like, here's the fridge. You got storage everywhere, okay? So plenty of storage. If you complain about not having enough storage in this kitchen, you're just stupid. You're insane, okay? Aaron was actually pointing out that he really likes this like 4-top stove burner right here, whatever you call that. And then built-in microwave as well as the oven. Again, great big island here with like the single sink in the middle of it. And then over here, you could easily fit 3 big, deep bar stools under this island right here, under this little bar. So I think that's a really great touch. Now check this out. This is super interesting to me. So there's like this almost like rotunda feature in the dining room. And so I think this is like super impressive. This would definitely be an upgrade. This little, I don't know what you would call that, like a rotunda tray ceiling here. Really interesting touch. And then over here, like, honestly, this is like a massive living space. So what I'm thinking most people would want to do, so you've got the fireplace right here with a mantle. I would not put a TV up here because you'd be craning your neck too much. I would probably put a TV entertainment center right over here on this great big wall. You're sitting down on your sectional couch, enjoying the game. Just gonna take a break real quick. This is nice. Okay, anyway. So yeah, so that's the kitchen, dining, living space. And again, like I think there are a lot of people who would see this and be like, oh no, like I want something modern, in which case you're not gonna love this home, okay? But I think for some people, you're gonna see this. This is like a very traditional plan, traditional finishes. It actually really reminds me a lot of the homes, the really nice homes that I would see in the Conroe, like the northern Houston suburbs area from when I was growing up. And for some people, you're gonna absolutely love this. And if that's the case, like you really need to get a hold of us, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We would love to hook you up with all the information for this builder, as well as negotiate a great deal for you. Now, before we head out over to the master bedroom, let's check out this backyard. So you got a great big tall ceiling, covered back patio here. Now I do know that the builder is moving their model, their sales office currently. And so a lot of stuff you're gonna see, like this back patio is pretty bare. Normally there'd be like nice little furniture set up here. But again, nice size yard back here. I believe this is a 60-foot lot. So what that means is from that fence to that fence right there would be 60 feet. And one really cool feature of this neighborhood is the amenity centers. Okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit about this towards the end of the video, but right across the way here, you've got this massive pool amenity center. There's a huge lazy river just standing here, I guess. I can hear just like kids playing, parents laughing, having fun, enjoying a drink, getting out of this heat. Y'all, it is hot outside today. But yeah, this is why people move to Texas. And this is why people love these master plan communities, because it's not like the builder's gonna build 700 houses and then they promise you they're gonna put in a pool, right? It's like all that stuff has already been here since they started building. So like you already know you're gonna get 3 great amenity centers, 2 lazy rivers, there's a water park here. It's like a kid's wonderland. So that's the backyard. Now let's go check out the master. But one thing I want to show you before we look at the master is on the other side of the kitchen here. Check out this pantry. This is like a chef's dream in here, y'all. Like this pantry is absolutely gargantuan. Okay, so there's the pantry. Now let's check out the master. Okay, so common theme with this house is this is like a great big space. So that is a king size bed, just for context. And you can see there is tons of room in this master bedroom, which is why they put a little seating area right over here. But I love that it looks out onto the backyard, especially this area where you can just see the lazy river right out there. It's like you're living at Schlitterbahn. If you don't know what Schlitterbahn is, Google it. And if you don't already live in Texas, it will make you want to live in Texas, unless you hate having fun, you know? Anyway, so in here, in the master, God, my mom would love this. Okay, so you got the double vanities, one here, one there. You got the garden tub here. I like this little walk-in shower. Seriously, Mom, if you're watching this and you want to buy this home, first off, I'm not surprised. Secondly, reach out to my team. They would love to help you. Love you, Paul. And then we've got this little commode room here. Nothing crazy, but nice. And then a freaking huge master closet. Like, why would you need this much space in a master closet? I actually do not understand. Like, what would you do with all this ground space? Like, there's hangers over here, and then way over here you got more hangers, but like, what do you do with all this empty space? Like, I would not know what to do with it. Anyway, but I think it's like a common theme of this house, like lots of space. It's like not crazy luxury modern, but it is nice. Okay, and now let's check out the upstairs again. Normally there's Aaron. We got an Aaron spotting, people. Is this our first Aaron spotting of the day?
This is the first Aaron spotting.
Dude, I love you.
Love you too.
You're doing a great job. Okay, normally this is a 1-story plan, but there is like an optional upgrade to do a 4th bedroom, as well as some other fun things I want to show you. Okay, so we're heading upstairs. Before we get to the really fun stuff, I'm just gonna beeline over here to a 4th optional bedroom. Okay, so again, like these windows aren't terribly big, but we're getting some really good natural light in here. It's so interesting. All right, we got a decent sized closet up here. And then right over here, it's not quite attached to the room, but right next door, you've got a full bathroom. So this would be great for like a kid coming home from college, or if there's just like a kid who just wants their own space and can kind of just be up here, just be more private. Okay, so right off of the bedroom here, we've got a game room. So they have it set up with a pool table. If it was me, I'd put a ping pong table in there, but you know what I'm saying? He could put a TV up here and like play all his Pokemon games and Minecraft and Fortnite and whatever the children play these days. He would love it. But then right in here is this media room. So like, I love this room for a couple different reasons. One is, who doesn't love a dedicated media room? But secondly, I like that they actually have windows in this media room. So a lot of media rooms are just walled off, like they don't have any windows at all. So like you literally have to use it as a media room. But I like the way they did this here because like if you wanted to use this as a bedroom, if you wanted to use this as a playroom, if you wanted to use this as a second office or something like that, or a studio, like you absolutely could, and it wouldn't be super depressing because like normally there would be no windows, but there are windows here. So you got options, people. Okay, so I'm not gonna talk a ton about where we are right now, which by the way, we're in Buda, which is a South Austin suburb, because this is our third video to do in this neighborhood recently. So if you wanna know a lot more about Buda and a lot more about this neighborhood where we're at right now, definitely go ahead and look back at those videos. You can see them right here, okay? Right here. But in short, you know, Buda is amazing. It is a place where people just come to kind of breathe a little bit easier. They want to chill. They want a little bit more conservative lifestyle, but also like they want a neighborhood with great amenities like this and great space like this at very affordable prices relative to the crazy Austin prices, if I'm honest. Now, this neighborhood is awesome, and I would say this is probably like one of the top 3, maybe even top 2 like premier master plan communities in all of the greater Austin area. I would call this kind of like the Santa Rita Ranch of South Austin, okay? And the reason for that is eventually they're gonna have 2,000 homes here. Right now, they're about 2/3 of the way to having those 2,000 homes. And so the builders have been building here for about 10 years. They're probably gonna be here for about 10 more years. All right. But in this neighborhood, there are already 3 amenity centers. Or no, sorry. I think all 3 of them have a pool. 2 of them have a lazy river. And then at least one of them is this wild water park that's like absolutely nuts. Like we've helped a lot of people, a lot of families move into this neighborhood. And this is like a kid's absolute dream. So again, if you want to know more about the neighborhood, definitely reference those videos that we did previously. But let's talk about some pricing with this builder in this neighborhood. Okay, so I got the pricing sheet right here. And this builder, it's really interesting. Like they offer kind of 2 different categories of homes. So one is the silver line and one is the gold line. And in the silver line, there's 50-foot lots, which just means from one fence post to the next, it's like 50 feet wide. And on the gold line, there are 60-foot lots, okay? So first let's talk about the silver line. So the cheapest you can get in this neighborhood with this builder is if you wanna get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home that's 1,651 square feet, the base price of that home is $349,000. Crazy, Aaron.
Pretty wild.
I saw that face you made. You wanna buy one?
Dude, I would love to buy one.
Dude, I know a great realtor.
What's his name?
I'll hook you. It doesn't matter right now. I'll hook you up. Sticking with the silver line, you can buy a 5-bedroom, 4 full bathroom home with a study, 3-car garage, 3,542 square feet. So that's a Mac Daddy home, all right? 2 stories for $493,000. So like under $500,000 for a 5-bedroom, over 3,500 square foot home. Like that is absolutely crazy. And as always, go ahead and plan on putting about 10% into your home in terms of upgrades. So if that home is $493,000, plan on putting about $50,000 of upgrades into your home. All right, now let's talk about the gold line. So the lots are gonna be a little bit bigger. The fixtures and finish are gonna be a little bit more upgraded. So the home that we just walked you through is part of this builder's gold line, okay? So the smallest gold line house you can get is a 3-bedroom, 1-story, 2.5-bath home. It has a study and it's 2,453 square feet. And the base price of that plan comes in at $510,000, okay? Now, the big Mac Daddy home, 2-story, gold line plan, 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, a game room, media room, optional covered balcony, 4,300 square feet. The base price comes in at $701,000. So again, you're gonna wanna plan on putting about $70,000 of upgrades into that home, and that is gonna get you a home that looks like a snack, okay? So just to reiterate, for $770,000, you can get an 4,300 square foot home, 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, with a study, with a media room, with a game room, and an optional covered balcony for $770. That's crazy. Now, let's talk about the house that we just showed you, okay? So this is gonna be a little bit weird, and hear me out here. So that home normally is a 1-story, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with the study, and normally the base price of that 1-story home is $524,000. And again, it's typically 2,578 square feet. However, with the extra game room, the media room, the extra bedroom, the extra full bathroom, Aaron, do you know how much square footage that adds to that home?
No clue.
I don't know either. You're gonna need to Google that one. Or you're gonna need to call me and I can call the builder a little bit later, but I actually have no idea how much square footage that adds. But honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that that is at least a $100,000 upgrade. So if you want that home, like exactly built the way that we just saw it, I would say like my estimate is that it's gonna cost you about $625,000 to $650,000. Now, if you want to know a little bit more about how Buda fits into the greater context of the greater Austin area, check out our playlist of full map tours right here.